Hi everyone, my name is Tanesh Soni and my remitted student ID is 4053378 and this is my remitted student card. Today in this video I'll demonstrating the steps I took in analyzing the malware given in the question 1.1. So to see, so I already opened various tools in my VM to capture the initial state of my machine and then compare it and monitor the changes after execution of malware. So to see all the processes, I'm using Process Hacker and my main focus is on Explorer.ex process. And to capture the first snapshot, I'm using Shot, and then I'll compare the both snapshots after the second snapshot is done and after executing of malware to see the registry changes. And I'll take snapshot one. And I'm also using Process Monitor to see the real-time file activities. And then I'm also using Wireshark to capture and monitor the network traffic. Um, Now I'll execute the malware. I've already extracted the malware using WinRAR. Now I'll execute the malware. Yeah, so as you can see, malware is executed. For the registry activities, I took the second snapshot and I made the report ready to compare, which is over here. As you can see, I can see a lot of changes and modification and deletion in the registry, which is clearly indicating a widespread activity in the registry of the system. Also, I observed some of the services under W32 time, such as secure time limits, are created or deleted or modified to invade the system security. And usually this malware do this to avoid detection and to maintain persistence of the malwares when the system is idle. And then now for process activities, I use Process Hacker and Process Monitor. So as you can see in the process hacker, as you can clearly see the child process, it was run by a malware in the explorer.access. And to investigate further, I used process monitor, and in that I used process tree and found the malware child process, which is regsvcs.x. It is a legitimate Microsoft.NET Services installation utility. So the command to see the scheduled task is task chtms. So clearly here we can relate this path from the command we copied. And so it showed us the task ready or disabled when the computer is idle. So it's ready to install when the computer is idle. So this thing strongly tells me that the malware is trying to maintain its persistence throughout the system. For network activities, I'll use Wireshark and I use this filter to filter out the suspicious network traffic, which was found during analysis of this question. So to narrow down the suspicious traffic, I use this filter. And after going through different packages, here in Wireshark, as you can see, the malware is attempting to establish command and control communication with external domains and IPs, which are unusual or suspicious. The unusual description, the recurring TCP transmissions indicates a malware wants to communicate with the external server or receive in command or send stolen data. Although the connection of the malware isn't stable, but the persistent attempts highlight its objective to command and control connection, which means to receive any command from external server or IP, or to send any stolen data to external domain or IP. For file activities, I use Process Monitor to track the file events through the process. And as we can see, malware did try to modify the system by creating new files and reading the various registry keys and files, indicating malware is trying to maintain its persistence and to avoid detection. In summary, I compared the state of machine before and after the malware execution. Using various tools like Process Hacker, Process Monitor, Redshift, and Wireshark, I observed the suspicious behavior of malware in registry keys and file activities, trying to maintain its persistence, clear signs of command and control, communication in network activities, and to confirm my analysis, I've also used Virus Total, which is external malware analysis tool which is over here. As you can see, I've used the virus total. The main popular threat is trojan.msil Loki, which confirmed my analysis. And then it concludes the malware is from Trojan family, which is trying to maintain its persistence and trying to make C2 connections, communication connections. That's all. Thank you for watching.